and welcome to For Life with us sisters, Fern,
Amber, Lily,
and me.
We're kicking off our new venture with this brand new podcast. It's 2024, the year us four have finally decided to do a project together. Expect lots of adventures, sharing our experiences, and even featuring some special guests.
Listen in to each episode to follow us four sisters on our journey.
Hey, welcome back to another
Hey,
episode.
Hey,
Sisters for Life.
For life.
That's for life, Neve, even though you try to sack us off every now and then. You're
For
involved.
You can't back out now.
Is that too soon?
Yeah. Oh, okay. So, girls, what have we been up to?
Well, not much really, Chilling. End of the 6-week holes and all of that.
What's the cool jams?
What's the 411?
One. You
So,
guys keep me so young.
me, Amber, and Neve did an exciting thing, which you'll have seen on our stories when we went into Bradford and did a little interview with Bradford Bid.
Oh,
that was good.
Sorry I missed out on that one, guys.
Work commitments and all that.
We'll let you off, Lils.
Full-time corporate girly remembers.
But we have been saying, haven't we, since we've started this podcast, that like it is quite difficult to plan getting all four of us to do something. Like, sometimes it's going to end up being maybe one of us can't be them. We've sort of said, haven't we, as a rule now, as long as there's a minimum of three of us. Because like when we went to Manchester for Chinyeri's night, like Neve, you weren't able to come, you weren't feeling well. So we were like, do you know what, we're still going to do it. Obviously, we won't let Chinyeri down anyway, but same for the Bradford bid. So
if there's a majority.
Yeah. So that were really good. And it was for a good cause as well, because they're obviously pushing our hometown and the good things that they've got going on and what good stuff there is going off in Bradford. So we did a little rating of our favourite things to do and places to see and stuff, drinks, coffees and
Yeah, we're going to say to fill me in a little bit more because I obviously wasn't there with you guys, so I don't really have much of an idea of how you got involved with them and like what you ended up doing. What did you speak about?
Well, we had an absolute nightmare parking, didn't we?
Well, yeah, we had to park
off to start with.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, because we didn't tell them that we were one sister down and we rocked up half an hour late because of parking saga and stuff. We may have set off late as well, trying to juggle getting the kids sorted and whatever.
Well, Ruby had done a poo just as it arrived to Mum, so she needed changing. And then I had to talk Mum through the snacks in the bag because of obviously her egg allergy. I'm like, just don't feed her anything except what's in this bag. So I'd like pre-prepared the snacks of corn, some organics, baby biscuits, and I just made her a pouch because I thought don't even want to get into that. I knew I wouldn't have the time with Mum. And I think that's the first time Mum's had her on her own. So yeah, it will be. That'll be the first time that Mum's had her on her own. So I knew that she'd probably feel a bit like, oh God, like what am I going to do? So she needed a good 5 minutes settling in session before.
Anyway, back to Bradford Bid.
So then we probably set off 20 minutes. Well, no, about 15 minutes later than we wanted to. And then we couldn't park anywhere because all Bradford's cut off in the centre at the minute. I mean, I know that it was about bigging up Bradford, but I mean, come on, like you couldn't even get in there.
They are doing a lot of work for
parking. The roadworks need to disappear, but other than that, nice day out, guys.
Yeah,
but it will be good when it's all done because it's for the city of culture as well, isn't it? So It were really good like that. When we got there, though, how nice were the offices?
I know. Who would
Really
have
nice and
known?
trendy. They was very nice, and the people that we met were really lovely. And yeah, but they just asked us loads of different questions: best coffee place, best place to boogie, best place to eat. That were a tough one. Love a bit of classic Persian or mezza. If you've ever been to Bradford and them restaurants, get to know because they are so good.
Yeah.
What else did we get asked?
Best place to visit. And then we just clarified that with them, didn't we? We got there because we was like, oh, Haworth's like a family favourite. We should say Haworth. But then actually, we were like, oh, what about the Alhambra or St George's Hall? Because we obviously all love to go see a show. So
We
we
love a
changed it to
musical.
that, didn't we, in the
Amber,
end?
what do we listen to on the radio driving around if we're not got our like own music on?
Magic musicals, of
Magic at the
course.
musicals, baby. Oh yeah.
We don't have to wait for Elaine Page on Sundays now. We can have Magic Musical all
To
the
be
time.
fair, I do love Elaine Page on a Sunday.
Oh my God,
Got
I
our
love
radio
it.
on, sing
I am
along.
so glad that I was not a stage kid because it just puts me through. I hate nothing more than a ballad. It just reminds me of like Sundays when mum would just be cleaning with like Celine Dion on it background. And it smell
We
of agony.
digress though. Have you watched the Celine Dion documentary, Neve?
No, it's so brutal. It's actually so
Oh
brutal.
my God, you need to watch it. Right, you should watch that and then we'll discuss it the next time we record.
Not if it's brutal. I'm a little bit emotionally
No,
disturbed
it's not like
Lost my
scary.
dog on
It's
that.
obviously it's a documentary. It's not, but oh,
Not
like
about health or mental health or anyone declining. No, it's going to upset me.
No, the Celine Dion documentary is so awful. She suffers with stiff person syndrome.
Yeah, it's so
And
sad.
she's just trapped in a body, and it's so awful. But it's a really interesting documentary to watch. So, yeah, if anybody out there wants to film recommendations from our little documentary, I would definitely
Oh,
recommend watching.
no,
But
it's
yeah,
a-
it's
it's a worth watch.
it's awful, but it's a great watch at the same time.
Yeah,
Anyway,
but
back to
the Bradford bid. So that was one of the questions where we want to go, where we like to go, because Aladdin's coming. Well, it's there this week. I think it's starting.
I've seen it at the West End. It's amazing.
Yeah, I do really want to go watch it. So yeah, that's
Favorite place to, or the best place to go for a booger. Didn't they? And I had to say a drag bar that I used to go to, which is weird as well because we literally parked in the car park or the Sun Inn car park. If you've been to Bradford, you probably know. But the Sun Inn, I'm not even afraid to say it's a little bit of a scary place, but
brings back all the memes, Neve.
it does. It brings back all the memories. I spent probably a year of my life in that bar, and it is a drag bar. It's so fun. But obviously, when you're 18, if I just go in there now, so when I don't drink, I'd probably have a heart attack. But
Who did you say your favourite
in there.
was?
She was
Back in
called
the day.
Sordid Secret. I absolutely loved her. I still actually got her on Facebook, so I catch up. Well, I see it all the time, but yeah, I love Sordid. But anyway, what I was going to say is I looked back on my Snapchat memories and it was I think 5 years ago today, wasn't it? I was literally there and I was speaking about it. So
It's weird, isn't it?
that was a time. What a time.
Bradford's actually got a lot going on. Like I've seen the Saltaire boat race thing that's going on. That's a nice part.
Oh, it's
Um,
lovely around Saltaire.
Yeah.
Lovely park.
Yeah.
And
I
back
mean,
to Saltaire. Do you remember when we actually went on a barge ride for Dad's birthday?
yeah, it's there. That's where the boat
Yeah.
race thing is, isn't it? That was random, wasn't it?
I love the mill
Why
as well
did
and
we go
going
th-
into art gallery there.
Salts Mill.
Salts Mill.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
beauty over there.
Uncle Barry had a painting in there for a bit, didn't he? The big bike.
You had loads of
Someone
paintings
that
in
we
there.
should get on the pod, Uncle Barry.
Oh, we
bless him.
should.
He's a family artist.
So our Uncle Barry.
Oh, we should share some of his artwork and see if he'll let us.
Oh, we
Oh
should.
gosh, yeah, let's do it.
Just a quick brief overview before we actually do get him on the pod. Uncle Barry is our grandma's cousin. Artist extraordinaire. Does not look a day over 60, and I'm pretty sure he's like 90. Is he?
Yeah,
he
he
is
is.
90.
Yeah, but he's 90.
artist. He's lived in Canada. He's lived in San Francisco, Bradford,
Halifax.
tropical. Yeah. And I found out his mum worked at the Quality Street factory as well. Like, just so cute. But he would have some right stories. Like, we definitely need to get him on.
Oh yeah, let's see if he'll come on.
I love his soft American accent as well. It's so gentle, sweetie.
Oh, we'll have to crash one of his and grandma's lunch date, and we can go ask him some questions.
Yeah, that'd be cute.
Whoever's down for an Uncle Barry interview, say aye.
Aye. Okay, we all voted, so he's coming on.
Yeah. Yeah. So Bradford, yes, Bradford bid. That was exciting. Something a little different.
And that is what we obviously wanted to start the podcast off to do. So I think it all stems, doesn't it, from it was actually my birthday a couple of years ago. It was my birthday in 2022. Fern, Amber, and Lily all bought me an experience again because they couldn't have planned me to go out for a brunch, or we couldn't have gone out for a few drinks because that is just not me. So
Was it your 21st?
I think it was my 20s. Oh yeah, because it was 2021. So yeah, it was 2022. So it was my 21st.
Oh,
So yeah, my 21st birthday, the sisters were trying to do something that thought that I would enjoy, and they booked a day out tobogganing, which was at Zip World in Wales. And we got up, they purposely chose the one in Wales, so they now love a good road trip. So we had a good 2-hour drive there. We stopped off on the way, we got a Starbit. I think we actually got a Costram, didn't we? A bit fuming because we are such Starbucks girlies. And the fact that I've even remembered that 2 years later, that's saying something. So we got a little coffee en route, and we honestly had the funniest day, didn't we? We only got 3 goes in the toboggan, and maybe 10 minutes each time.
Yeah, but the weather, insane. It was
cracking flags, yeah.
Scorchio.
yeah, because we went to that little cottage thing afterwards.
Oh, yeah, that old pub.
Yeah, and I was making you.
So what's it called? Boise something. I don't know. I'm going to absolutely slaughter the name of where it actually was. Boise Colds or something. But a girl that I lived with in Sydney, that's where she was from. And she was like, "Oh yeah, I know exactly where you went."
That's it.
What?
And I was like, "Small world." Yeah. Shout out to Emily.
Yeah, because we went to all the charity shops looking for a fascinator because we had that wedding the few weeks afterwards, and I wore that fascinator on all the pictures, and then I forgot to take it to the wedding.
Yeah.
Classic.
I was fuming.
Going back to the actual activity that we did, I was so surprised because there's a different place that we've been tobogganing, Dad used to take us, didn't he, in Llandudno as kids or younger kids. And I thought that I just had that in my head, but then when we actually went and did that one, I was shocked at how scared I was. And Amber was just this adrenaline junkie, go faster, pull your brakes up, just do it. And I was like, oh my God, I'm too scared. And I just kept thinking about Pearl and Zit, and I'm like, oh my God, my life's too precious, I can't leave him without his mother. And Amber's like, get a grip,
tobogganing ride, 12-year-olds.
Yeah, and I was actually shocked at how nervous I felt.
Do you think though that that's definitely changed though since, because I've heard other people say that since they become parents and stuff, you don't dare do stuff like that.
Yeah, that's what I'm putting it down to, because I used to be well, let's talk about the Pepsi Max, Amber. I used to be the adrenaline junkie, and Amber would always cry and be like, I'm not doing it, so then I won't be able to do it, so then Dad would always have to come in with me, bless him, because Amber would be like,
can we just say for the years and years that Fern used to try and make me go on the Pepsi Max, what happened, Fern? What happened the first time that I got on that roller coaster with you? It broke down. It broke down. That is some Final Destination shit that it broke down. I thought, oh fuck, this is it.
Oh my God, I don't remember.
Oh my gosh, we should definitely do a theme park together though. That'd be such a fun day out.
Yes.
Max is shut down and I've never been on it.
What's shut down?
Down and I've never been on it.
Oh my God, I don't even know that.
Hey, wow.
That's sad.
So that was a really good activity and experience that we did together. And we have got a couple of stuff booked in coming up, which we will discuss. But if any of our listeners have got any ideas or suggestions, then please get in contact with us, because we are all ears for new ideas and experiences. So let us know what you're thinking.
Not even stuff coming up that we have already had a valuable experience. Well, two now, obviously, including God forbid.
The
But
poddy, yeah, bringing us these experiences. Tell them, Neve.
so we actually can't say too much. What have we
No.
signed?
An NDA.
Which is funny from us. So yeah, we actually can't disclose too much information. Just now, we were invited. Can I say the location?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I put it on Instagram anyway, didn't I? So we were invited down to London a couple of weeks ago, to be on TV. That's all.
Yeah, baby.
We might or might not have inherited a little bit of moolah. So just know we are investing in the podcast, and we are going to be buying some equipment to be able to do a visual side of it, because obviously where am I going with this?
Well,
We're
we're just
currently
not
doing
we're not tech savvy, are we? So we need a bit of investment just to put the visuals out there so you can actually see a little bit more of us. But also at the same time as well, like we're talking about doing experiences and things together. We were like, yeah, we'll put a little bit of that extra money to one side to go off and do things together that we can enjoy, that again we might normally have to save for. It's just put in one pot for us to go and do these things. So that's why the suggestions are welcome. And
keep
also
your
as
eyes
well, if you wanted us to be the guinea pigs, we would definitely try it out before. And if you want us to rate an experience,
We should do a
um,
skydive now that you're a pro.
oh my gosh, I would never do that again in my life.
Would you not?
No. I think because now that I have experienced it and I know what to expect, like the whole time I was like, yeah, I want to do a skydive, I want to do a skydive, because the way that I saw people come back afterwards, like their adrenaline, it were another level. Like the friends that I'd made whilst I was traveling, when they literally came back and they were like, "Oh my god, it's the best thing ever!" Da, 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 da. So when I went to go book mine, I was like, "Hell yeah, I want to feel like that." And then my friend Oriana, who I did it with, she literally could barely get on the plane, and I was like, "Sort your life out." But I literally didn't. It didn't register with me that I was about to throw myself out of a plane.
Yeah, but that's how you cope with like high pressured situations, Lily. You go into some sort of like robot mode, don't you? Like
Yeah.
disassociate and
Yeah,
detach from
massively.
yourself.
I was like fully enjoying the plane ride, like, whoa, look at Australia from the skies. And like I like to fly and stuff anyway, so that didn't bother me, apart from when they were like, right, we're ready to jump. And then I looked over at my friend Oriana, and then she was just dangling outside of the plane and then disappeared. And I was like, oh, I was like, it's too late now. And like I actually also have to do the same thing.
Only just
And
processing
then
what I'm about to do. Shit.
Because
yeah, and
Oriana
then
is literally the sweetest person ever. Like, if I could just see her dangling off the side of the plane, I'd be like,
no,
I'll get
I'm not
it.
joking yet. It was like, yeah, it was just the
Oh,
worst thing because I could see the panic, but also at the same time, she gets serious FOMO. So she was like, and they said to us, they were like, whoever is like the most scared about doing it, they have to go first, because once you see the other person like leave, I'm not joking, it is literally like you vanish into thin air. You don't even see them fall forward, like they just go because it's so fast. So yeah, I think if the roles would have been reversed and I would have gone forward, she definitely wouldn't have jumped out of the plane. Because then that was when it actually hit me, and I was like, oh, okay then, like I'm doing this.
It's funny.
The scariest part was dangling my feet out, and I think that for me, that feeling of like the adrenaline, like when you start to take off in the plane and then you're starting to process what you're actually doing, that would be way too much for me to handle ever again.
Oh.
So unless I
maybe a
literally
bungee
woke
jump.
up, yeah, unless I literally like woke up and then I were there and you were like, yeah, you're gonna do it again. But like the fall's not bad. Like people are like, what about like when you actually fall out? That's not scary. I
For
think it's the
you.
whole Well, yeah.
The thought of it.
Speaking from experience.
Fern was
But,
scared doing a bit of tobogganing, so she ain't going to do a skydive.
Yeah, I'm
no.
sat here
You
thinking,
can do the
wow, that's
indoor thing, though.
escalated. Jesus Christ. Talking about tobogganing in Wales, going to a skydive.
Going from a sound bath to a skydive. Completely different
One
outcome.
extreme to the other.
Have you seen that documentary? We're on the ITV a bit ago, but it's on
Bloody love a
Netflix
documentary on here,
now.
don't we?
I love a docu. It's on Netflix. You know, the man who like tried to kill his wife and
Oh, God.
that's on
tampered with,
Netflix.
skydiving thing.
Yeah, I think I'll just give it a miss, thanks, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're really selling
what-
it to you.
That's what Oriana were doing, like researching like how you meant to jump out and everything. She was like, oh my God, I need to make sure that I do this. This is like so overthinking it all. And I literally was like, just put the harness on me and I'll watch it playing. And that's what I did.
Yeah.
That
It was
doesn't
like, I'm
surprise
going to
me with
tap
you
on
at
your
all.
hands and that's when you need to open them up. I was like, cool.
I had my waiver.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, actually, strangely enough, it actually might be a year to the day that I did it.
Oh,
Oh my
that's
God, it is
weird.
because my Snapchat memories come back and I woke up and Matty had gone to football. I was definitely on my period. Matty had gone to football. I was laid in bed crying and I was like, I've just woken up. My sister's just jumped out of a plane and Matty has gone to football and I've got to walk the dog.
That doesn't sound like you, Neve, being all dramatic. The world's against you.
Victim.
Yeah.
Victim
said
laid
it.
in bed crying to herself.
So,
Wow. What a full circle moment, guys. Who would have thought?
Well, speaking of full circle as well, though, obviously we talked in a different episode about our beloved Noah, but we did want to talk about it again, didn't we? Because I think like when we spoke about it on this platform, we've kind of tried to like just brush over it and talk about it, but we didn't actually really talk about it. So we said, didn't we, Neve, that you sort of, well, it just fell he was obviously really poorly for months and months, but then he really, really took a turn.
So the issue with Noah, he was 15 and he was a lurcher. I wouldn't say we're a working dog, but he definitely did plenty of miles. So not only that, obviously he got arthritis, he was getting a bit older anyway, and he started to get a tumour on his bum, didn't he? It was like the top bit of his bum, which was difficult for him when he was trying to go to the toilet. Not only that, for the last year in Noah's life, he's had to have shoes on because again, his back legs just weren't great. So we really, really did the best that we could for him, made him as comfortable as we can. People would stop us walking him, just saying, "Why's he got shoes on?" And you could just hear him.
Oh, the little tap of his feet.
Anyway, I was left on Noah duty when my mum and dad went on holiday, and they'd gone for 2 weeks, and they'd gone on this Saturday. I'd had the full week with him. I'd got up with him every day, taking him out before work. I work hybrid, so I can work from home if I need to. And he was just getting no better. He was on a lot of tablets every day, and the day before we had to take him to the vets. I'd taken him out on just a little patch of grass 2 minutes from our house, and his back end just fully went. So I was sending my mum videos. I was saying, what do I do? Obviously, he wasn't well. He'd had this tumour. He were on a lot of tablets. And mum was just saying, just see how he is over the weekend. So I woke up on the Friday. He would literally know better. He was sliding all over the kitchen. He just couldn't keep himself. It was just getting worse, and it was just unfair. So I had to ring my mum. I had to ring the vets, and I just said, look, I'm sorry,
we need to bring him
but
down.
it's gonna have to, yeah. I can't watch him suffer like this, not for another week. It's not fair to keep him here for another 8 days for the sake of my mum and dad coming home, because they would have made that decision if they were there. I know they would have done. So anyway, there was me, there were Firm, and there was Lily and my boyfriend Matty. And we all took him down to the vets, didn't we? We had the last appointment of the day, so he was very comfortable. It all happened, didn't it, Fern? Obviously,
Yeah,
Fern
I was like,
going.
look, I'll obviously mum and dad weren't there, so I was like, I'll come down, and I didn't know what you and Lily would be like, and I thought I'll be all right, and I'd be like a driver. So but then actually being there and the reality of it, I text you, didn't I, Amber, just to make sure that you were like in the know and in the loop. And oh my God, it was just definitely one of the worst experiences in my life. Like, it was
On
so
a weird note,
brutal.
so everything had happened. We had Mum on FaceTime so that she could be there, she could see everything. Listeners, I shit you not, right? We all stood up, we'd said our goodbyes.
Oh,
What
God.
comes on the radio? Adele, hello, it's me.
No, it went,
Hello
from the other side.
Swear to God, all of us just stared at each other.
And the staff, everyone were just staring at each other, weren't they? Like, what?
Like,
Oh, it
Yeah,
was so weird.
like
minutes
weirdly, like the whole
Oh.
weirdly the whole time the radio were playing, so we could hear like songs in the background, but obviously we weren't listening to what was on the radio. And then it just kind of fell silent, didn't it, when we were like standing up ready to leave. And then that's what came on, and it was just that one line, like hello from the
Weird.
other side.
Oh, it was so weird.
Yeah. But yeah, like
True Noah
definitely
fashion.
one of true Noah fashion. Definitely one of the worst experiences probably of my life, because I loved that dog to bits. And we all did, didn't we? And you know, like he was such a massive part of the family. But yeah, we kind of just brushed over it in the last episode, and I think that as well, just because it's just been still so raw for us, and we're still dealing with
Processing.
yeah,
If you
him
can
not
tell
being
by my
here.
mood from literally the start of this episode, I was in a foul mood because I'd gone and fed my pigeon. I'd accidentally read the cards at the vet centre saying sorry for your deepest sympathy. Then my microphone decides not to work, and my microphone, my headset aren't working. So yeah, just a little heads
Neve
up.
were in full blown meltdown mode because it had set her off from thinking about the dog. But
Well, it's
yeah,
sister time.
it just
Sorry.
super sad. So just kind of wanted to address it again, that it's a super sad loss for his
Hey, I
family, and
triggered you.
anybody else that's lost a pet that's been part of your family for so long. It's definitely such an awful experience, but at the same time, what was the quote, Neve, that I read out, that I was like, it's so comforting. Do you remember?
He said, if I'm happy to spend a lifetime missing you for the time I got to know you, or something like
Oh
that.
yeah, I will endure a lifetime of missing you for the pleasure of loving you. And I just thought that is one of the nicest things that I've ever read. That's like such a comforting thing to carry with you for any sort of loss. You know,
That's nice. People
yeah.
were, my brother-in-law sent a really nice poem, which were really cute.
No,
No.
I'm going. Throat's going. Lumps coming. It's too
Yeah.
soon.
And I
Oh,
think that everybody that we know has sent so many nice like messages and stuff to us.
yeah.
People actually
so-
stop sending cards because they're rough.
Oh no, Finn, you said to me Finn had sent me some of the videos on holiday, and she was like, I need to keep you in the loop, what's going on. But then when she sent me the videos, I was like, oh my God, that is just like harrowing to watch. Like
Yeah,
it's
it was
just so
so
sad.
brutal.
Like, yeah.
He was
But-
the best dog though, and
No,
he
but-
had the best life.
Finn, what that you said, you were like, I'm gonna go with them too because you're rather emotional. And then but you were like, I'll be okay, I'll be there. And then you said, didn't you, like, oh my gosh, like I was in
It's
bits, like it would just
the worst.
so
The
hard.
worst thing is obviously it's like because you can't communicate to a pet, and you
Yeah.
can't like they just
They
obviously
don't understand English.
they understand to a level, but like they can't turn around and speak to you. And then I think as well, because we were all quite vocal in that room, like it's just sad seeing everybody else being so sad at the same time.
I think that Mum like hit the nail on the head though weeks ago, because obviously this is something that we knew were going to come like this year, pretty much, didn't we? Like we,
Yeah.
you know, we're 15 and a bit years old, and she said something that really stuck with me, and you know, she just said it's like it's far worse for the humans, like
Yeah.
you know, the pets, the animals don't understand in the same context and depth that us humans do, and that made me feel better instantly, because I was like, yeah, like he doesn't understand everything that all these decisions we're making and what's happening to him even. Do you know what I mean? So if anyone else is out there going through a similar thing or has been recently, like that really helped me. I hope it helps you.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Sending Neve a virtual hug because she's got all upset over there.
My boy.
We'll give you a minute to compose. I feel as well like I think I was pretty much non-verbal for that entire weekend. Like couldn't eat, couldn't speak. So
Yeah.
it's just grief's a terrible thing.
Yeah,
And
but
it's
we love
harder,
you,
it's
Noah.
harder to explain, isn't it? Yeah, even with a pet, but God bless him.
I'm actually
Yeah.
off to get some tissue. Hang on. Oh!
Ding, 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 ding.
Right, thanks for listening, guys. That were a bit of a solemn end to our episode, but out of respect for our beloved Noah, I think it's needed and it's due. So
Yeah.
we mentioned earlier on in the episode, but if anyone does actually have any suggestions or ideas of stuff that we can do in the coming weeks and months, then please message us because we really want to know different ideas. We only know what we know, but you know new ideas. So we really want to hear them. Listening to the next episode. Keep your eyes out. Keep your eyes peeled. Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye.